All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. We had two trades today. We had a break even on longs, and then we had a small scalp win on shorts. This trade does not look that great right now, but I'm gonna go through it. I was actually really happy with how this trade played out. Executions are here. I still have to post the executions for the break even. I'll just get to it later after this. So coming into the day, I was willing to trade either way. I had data highs as a draw, but I figured I wanted to see moves lower because we had this unfilled 4 hour gap. And coming into pre-market, we actually had taken out the data highs. So I was like, okay, maybe we do get this rotation down towards this 4 hour gap. We had London low, we had Asia low, we had an hourly low, all that stuff like that. So market opens up. Let me just pull where's market open. So market opens up and we get this initial manipulation to the upside, and we start respecting this 5 minute gap right here. So this is my condition. I'm looking at this 5 minute gap. I'm saying if we flip this gap and we start trading higher, I'm looking to trade towards this unfilled 1 hour. And if we continue lower, then I'm going to be looking for shorts, because at this point we have London low, we have Asia low, whatever other lows, I don't even remember. But anyway, we also had an SMT. I think, let me pull this up. Off of what highs was it? Hold on a sec, guys. Let me just pull this back up. We had an SMT, a bearish SMT off these highs within that 5 minute gap off of market open. So at this point, I was kind of looking and seeing if we wanted to continue off it, or if we wanted to, again, like I said, flip through it. Let me just see where that SMT was. Okay, yeah, it was off these highs right here. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we have London low as a draw on liquidity. Or no, market opened up, initially took London low out, then it came up, tapped in that 5 minute. That's what it was. Yeah, so market opens up, it comes up, we wick down, we take out London low. I don't have a chance to enter off of any of this, obviously. I did want to short to London low because it looked very obvious, but I didn't really get it time to enter. It just kind of took off on me. So we hit London low, we come up into this 5 minute, we put in a bearish SMT. And at this point, we just took out London low. So I don't want to target this low because it just swept out a crucial draw on liquidity. So for me, what I'm saying is our next draw on liquidity, was it London or was it Asia? No, we had this low. Let me just mark that out really quick. So I'm like, okay, we have London low, we have this other low, and then we have Asia. Wait, what did I just do? One sec, guys. Why is my chart all weird? Okay, anyway. Yeah, right here. This is it. So it's like, okay, if we can displace past this low or show confirmation, then I want to look for continuations lower. So basically what happened was I seen a lot of people short this. I think it was like right here off of this inversion. This inversion, this 1 minute right here. And this was a good trade. The only reason I didn't want to take it personally was because this low had just swept London low. So I just figured that, I don't know, I just really wasn't confident. I wanted to see price displace past it, give me an entry, and then short down. But obviously we just dumped down, took that low out. We took this hourly low, and then after that, obviously our next draw was Asia, and there was just no entry to Asia. So at this point, I kind of was just like, okay, we'll let price play out and see if we can get any, continuations, whatever. So price continues down. We get a move up right here. At this point, I really was considering longing around 10, but since it was around the 10 a.m. candle, I wanted to wait. But at this time, ES was reacting off this 4 hour. But again, 10 a.m., I wanted to wait. So we get this manipulation up on the 4 hour, and we actually end up putting in these equal highs right here. So from there, price comes down, starts reacting off this 4 hour gap. So at this point, I'm looking potentially for a reversal because, again, we have equal highs up here. I'm thinking that maybe we want to react off this 4 hour gap. And if we look at ES at the same time, ES is still respecting the 4 hour, and it's just been kind of like sweeping liquidity. So I'm looking for a move to the upside at this point. So for me, I took the entry off this 3 minute close. We got a nice change in the state. Volume is bullish, displacement equal highs above. We're delivering off a higher time frame 4 hour gap. Well, ES is also respecting a higher time frame 4 hour gap. We also had, I believe, do we have an SMT at this point? No, I think we'd swept out the PM low, but regardless, we were delivering off a higher time frame gap. We had displacement. I wanted to see price run to those equal highs. So I set my TP at these candle bodies right here. My TP was at 737. We end up pushing literally how many points in profit? 75 points in profit. So I obviously went break even after we took this high out, but I was confident in these equal highs. I just put my TP a little bit before the draw. Always, that's just a habit I have. And of course, price comes down, stops me out break even. So I should have probably TP'd here. Again, it just happened so fast. The price came up and just started rejecting, and I literally had no chance to even take profit or take a partial or anything. So for me, again, I was looking at, we're delivering off a higher time frame 4 hour gap. We got a nice 3 minute displacement close. I'm looking at a reversal up to this equal high or these equal highs right here. Again, I was looking to target just before them, but again, break even, nothing we could do there. I thought that was a great trade. Probably could have TP'd at this internal high just to be safe. Like that would have been about a 1 hour, but it is what it is. Whatever. I honestly thought we were going to run there. So from there, price comes down. And it's clearly showing at this point, after we get stop break even, that it clearly wants to respect bearish order flow. And we still have 4 hour CE as a target. So as you guys know, price loves respecting the midpoint of higher time frame for value gaps, the 4 hour, the 1 hour. So I'm looking at price. I'm like, okay, there's got to be like, there's no way price doesn't come down at this point, tag C. There's no way it's just going to come down and then just start reversing back to the upside and take out this high, this protected kind of high right here. Like there's no way it's going to run CE. We have, if you look here, we have kind of like low resistance liquidity leading in here in towards CE. I'm like, there's no way, like it has to go down to CE. I know how many times price loves to respect the midpoint. So what happens? We get this kind of 3 minute like inversion to the upside, but obviously it's weak, so I wouldn't be longing here anyway. But what I notice is that price is continuing to respect this 2 minute bearish fair value gap right here. So I'm looking at reactions off this 2 minute. I'm saying if we get displacement off this 2 minute, I'm going to be looking for continuation shorts to take out this low resistance liquidity and run towards CE of this 4 hour gap. But I want to take profit before that because it's like 11 o'clock at this point. I just want to take my piece quick 1-to-1 and just get out of the markets. So this was my entry right here. Right here. So we're delivering off a 2 minute gap. We have a clear draw on liquidity at this 4 hour CE right here. We have a clear break even point. I have an internal draw that I could just take profit at. So I enter off this 1 minute displacement close. I just thought this was a good close. I don't think we had a 30-second inversion or anything, but we're rejecting and delivering off a 2 minute gap. 1 minute displacement close. So I run my stop a little bit above this 1 minute candle. I had a 25-point stop, so it was right there. And basically all I was doing was targeting break even at this internal low right here, because at this point I'm expecting after this candle, this nice displacement candle, if price is going to displace past this low, it's probably just going to flush to this next low and potentially this next low. But to be safe, I'm just going for this quick like 1-to-1 because I don't trust price at this point. It's like I said, it's 11 o'clock and I don't usually trade this late, but I saw this setup and I'm like, I'm going to try for a quick move here. So what happens? We actually get in some drawdown. Price comes down here, gives us a decent bearish close. So I go break even here because again, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, whatever, we'll see what happens. Luckily, we get the flush lower, ends up hitting my TP pretty much perfectly, and then reverses from there. And then as you can see later, price hits CE, and then what does it do after tagging CE? We get a move up, and there we go. We're moving up from here because it just loves to tap the midpoint. That's just what happens. If you get an S&T at a midpoint of a higher time for value gap, especially, you're going to get a lot of great trades. And as you can see, maybe now we run towards those equal highs. But again, I'll run through this really quick. First trade, price is delivering off this 4 hour gap. We get a 3 minute displacement close, CISD. I'm targeting these equal highs up here, but we get stop break even. Unfortunately, again, probably could have TP'd at this internal draw, just moved my stop up a bit more and got a better risk to reward, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about that. From there, I see price is continuing. It looks like it wants lower. We have 4 hour CE as a draw on liquidity. We're respecting this 2 minute bearish for value gap right here. I take the entry off of this 1 minute displacement close right here. And again, break even at this internal draw and just TP at this draw right here just to get a quick in and out move. And if you look, price comes down to my main idea, which was 4 hour CE, continues to respect it, and now it's moving up, and maybe we see this move continue higher. We'll see what happens throughout the day. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, a break even and a win on the day. Nothing crazy. We'll be back at 10 the week off tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys then. Peace.